Hey, so I just finished talking to the rector, and if you watched my vlog from my conversation with the curate earlier this week, I proposed to him, and he agreed that I should try it, to ask the rector if she wouldn't mind taking our conversation outside and going for a walk. And it worked. We took her dog on a walk and talked the entire way, and it was great. I felt more relaxed and less pressured. But it was interesting, I asked her at the end, did she notice any difference? And she didn't want to, she said, I don't know. She said she was happy to do anything that helped me feel relaxed. But, I did acknowledge the fact that I realised that I needed to sit in a room one-on-one. She suggested that, if I felt pressured in those situations in the discernment process, I should just imagine myself on a walk. I'm not sure what I think of that, but it's something to try. Anyway, so we talked a little bit about a few of the things I talked with Ivan, so see my previous video. And I confessed to her that I hadn't done the homework. And she reassured me that it wasn't there as a homework thing. It wasn't meant as a way to please her, which was great, because ridiculous as it seems, seeing as she's a really lovely lady, I have been a little bit worried that she'd be upset or disappointed. So it led nicely into what the conversation was mostly about, was the fact that I struggle with prayer and why that is. She's been watching more of her videos, so hey, if you're watching. She reassured me that prayer is a struggle for everybody. It is reassuring to hear it said, even if you do. I do know that, but hearing it said is, reassuring. And she sort of probed me to try and discuss with myself and to work out, why it might be a struggle. And honestly, I don't know. And I explained I am sort of at war with myself in this. I go in these cyclical conversations with myself about my certainty with which I think I'm called to go into ministry. On the one hand, when I contemplate my calling, I'm absolutely 100% confident that I am called to be part of the church, and I really do need church. I had that thought on Sunday. I thought, I do really need church, and I think it's the best use of my abilities, and I think it's the way I'm wired, almost. It's what I'm meant for. But then another side of me says, well, maybe that's wrong. Look, you can't pray. Surely that means you're not a very spiritual person. That's what I sometimes think about myself. And then I'll pose a theory. What if it's just what you normally do? You like a thing, I like church, let's do this properly, let's just climb that ladder and, aim for priest, let's do it, let's do it right. And obviously, if that's true, that's a terrible reason to become a priest, and I really should avoid it. So my theory goes that I find it difficult to pray at the moment because I'm not surrounded by that. My life is not religious enough. Does that make sense? I was saying to her, I really admire anyone who is a committed Christian and lives a Christian life. As a secular Christian, I can't see how they do that. I've struggled to do it since I really started committing to being a Christian, I suppose. So the proof will be in the pudding. If I start at St. Martin's and my prayer life just rockets and my spirituality soars, it's all good, there we go, confirmation, this is where you're meant to be. The next problem will be if that doesn't happen, I still struggle even though I'm in that environment. We need to move on to a new theory. We need to work out, okay, that's not the reason. So hopefully it'll be option one, but we'll see. We also talked about St. Martin's quite a lot, how it'll be really, really good work experience. Really actually getting your hands dirty and having a go at church, really. And all the great things and terrifying things of having a stationery cupboard and having to book off holiday, which I have never done in my life. It was a really good conversation because she was challenging me and making me think about things out loud. And at the end mentioned again this ministry course, sort of pre-ordination thing that the London Diocese run that she wants me to get on in January. And she said, which I haven't heard her say before, that that means I need to see an ADO before January. So, that's a definite thing in the very wibbly-wobbly time frame of this whole thing. So, unless something goes horribly wrong, or I say something that makes her second guess herself, I should see an ADO at some point before January. Obviously, I'll keep you posted.